When you read classic mythology by authors like Homer or the Brothers Grimm or Superman comics, you realize that a lot of men are obsessed with immortality. That's why they have kids, so some part of themselves will live on. Then when they see how the kids turn out, they come up with another plan. Like they'll build something that'll live forever. They might carve a statue of, say, Paul Bunyan's ox. They'd rather carve a statue of themselves, but they know nobody will go look at it. Men would rather live in reflected glory than have none at all. That's why they wear team jackets. It's not smart or correct, but it's one of the things that makes us what we are. If you're looking for hot dogs with all the trimmings, man, have you come to the right place. Or how about a little turkey? That's Harold I'm talking about. Ranger Gord, we're going to see him. Ranger's just been out there a while, hasn't he? And Winston's going to try and get a word in.
And now, here's a guy who needs no introduction.
Thank you very much. And here's a guy who needs more introduction than I have the stomach to give him, my nephew Harold. Bunch of us sitting around the lodge last night, kind of chowing into the pork and beans. And we started thinking about ways we could make money. We've been doing an awful lot of that lately.
He means the sitting around on the pork and beans part. That's what they do a lot of. You know, as opposed to the making money and thinking part.
You know, it occurred to us that a lot of people will pay big money to see those attractions like Grand Canyon or Niagara Falls or even that giant sleeping giant thing they got up there. And you know what these things are? These are natural wonders. So naturally, we're wondering, what about Rock Reef Point? Harold, what do you see when you look at Rock Reef Point?
A rock, a reef, and a point.
Harold, don't use your eyes. Use your imagination.
Oh, okay, alrighty. Well, on a clear summer day, you know, really late in the day, sometimes I see a Maruvian space station. You know, it's got twin landing pods, and it's got those peripheral phaser outposts, you know, that protect the microwave transporter base, and it sits directly in front of that computer-enhanced digitally beta screen thing.
It's a sleeping possum. That's what it looks like, Harold.
Okay. I didn't see that.
It looks like a giant sleeping possum made out of granite lying on its back.
Well, where's the legs? Where are they?
Well, we'll add them on. I'll make one of plywood.
What about the head and the tail?
Same thing, Harold. Doesn't matter. We've got the body. That's the tough part. So once we get all that stuff glued on there, we're going to advertise it as this giant sleeping possum made out of stone.
Why don't you leave it as it is and advertise it as a giant sleeping possum that was run over by a train?
You know, on this job, I'm always supposed to be watching out for forest fires. But once in a while, I've got this incredible urge to blink. But I don't.
Oh, you hear a lot of talk about spinach and soy and which one makes the perfect supper. But when it comes to that, I'll tell you, boy, you can't beat peanut butter. Easy to cut, easy to chew, and it never goes hard as a rock. Peanut butter is the one and only food so good it made Mr. Ed talk. All right, that special lady in your life has got a birthday coming up. You have absolutely no idea what to get her.
Now, just because you're close, that don't mean she's going to want them power tools that you've been eyeing, eh?
And never go into a ladies' clothing store, all right? Because you're just going to end up buying something that the manager never thought she'd sell to anybody with working eyesight.
You know, like guys who hate shopping should never find themselves in a women's clothing store, eh? You're going to just walk out with some dress made out of, like, carpeting or something, eh? Or the ugliest see-through nightie in the world, full of them, like, happy face patches.
And you got to be careful you don't buy a gift that she takes as an insult, you know, like, say, a membership to a fitness club, or dance lessons, or a facelift coupon.
I recommend cash, eh? It's the gift that keeps on going.
All right, well, you know what you can do? Either buy something to eat or something that dies.
Like a pet.
No, like flowers.
Oh.
Yeah. But, I mean, you know you're going to make a mistake, but with food or flowers, you know, there's a life expectancy there. You can throw them out, it's okay. Whereas, when you get one of them jelly-filled, glow-in-the-dark combination neck massager and beer cooler with the built-in digital clock and replica Swiss Army knife, they go on forever.
You know what I think the best gift is? Just spend some quality time with the little missus. You know, take her to one of them classy restaurants where they got real metal cutlery. Oh yeah, that'll show her that you think she's something special, all right.
Unless she'd prefer the cash. Well, with Rock Reef Point about to become the #1 tourist spot in the area, I think it's up to the residents of Possum Lake to make those tourists feel at home by taking as much of their money as possible. And the best way to do that is by selling them overpriced food. So today on the Handyman Corner, I'm going to show you how you can make a portable snack counter. You know, today's urbanite, everything is go, go, go. So if you want to sell them anything, you got to be on the go yourself. That's the beauty of this unit right here. All you need is a piece of kitchen countertop and a couple of old seat belts that were just wearing a hole in the back of your pants anyhow. And you're all set. You just pick her up and you can follow your tourists down the street or even into the woods, preparing food as they check out the various sites. Next step, pick up yourself up a bunch of these small appliances which you can get at a yard sale or whatever. You might get an old toaster or one of these higher popcorn popper units or a camp stove, or you know, you get the idea of it. Now, if you need electricity for some of these because they're electrical appliances and they use that type of thing, what you want to do is get yourself a shopping cart. Now, a lot of the seniors use these, so they're easy to borrow or whatever. And what you want to do is open that up and fill that up with some of the car batteries. And then you want to cut the handle here right in half so she'll thread through your belt loops. Makes it easier for towing. Now to connect all the appliances onto the counter, we could drill holes and bolt them in there, or we could glue it on some sort of polymer adhesive there, but that would probably ruin the marble laminate bake stuff. So instead, we're going to use the handyman secret weapon, duct tape. Now she's starting to take shape, isn't she? Got everything laid out here just the way I want it. Got the popcorn maker there at the end. I got the toaster next to that. They're both sitting on top of my microwave oven there. That's all plugged into the batteries, of course. And I got the camp barbecue, kind of a neat little thing. Briquettes are a little scary. And over on this side, I got the deep fryer, and I got the crepe maker. I got the donuts there. I got the drinks, and I got a little hot plate over here, and I got a little hot chocolate cappuccino or something. And this here, the tap holes, something I've done real neat here. Ideal for the condiments. I just reach down underneath, give it some squeeze. Got myself some ketchup, and I add a little mustard to that. No problem. Let's fire her up. Now, maybe fire is a bad word. Well, there I got her working now, and I can follow those tourists anywhere they want to go, making food for them. Even if they're not on the go, they certainly will be back to eat this stuff. So if women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Here's cooking at you, kid. Stay tuned and see what not to do with one of them radio-controlled model airplanes. And I'm going to make an ear bigger than Prince Charles. I want to talk to all you guys who are just celebrating your 50th birthday or just getting over the hangover. You'll know what I'm talking about when they bring in the birthday cake and tell you every candle represents a decade. You know, when you get to midlife, a lot of times you stop and reflect on your accomplishments, your position in the community and your career and your family situation, and a lot of times you come to the conclusion that life stinks and you really blew it. But you know, you got to look on the bright side, you know. Actually, almost everybody's life stinks. You know? Hardly anybody gets what they want. Millionaires want to be billionaires. Married guys want to be playboys. Playboys want to meet someone worth marrying. And maybe you regret not marrying that first girlfriend when you were both sweet 16. But remember, you're not sweet 16 anymore, neither is she. If you passed each other on the street today, you'd both be thinking, boy, somebody's really let themselves go. So if you're sitting there thinking that your life is over and you really blew it, remember, your life is only half over and you only half blew it. So get out there and finish the job. Remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. Well, The project of turning Rock Reef Point into a giant sleeping possum has hit a few snags. I made the left ear. Stinky made the right ear. And Moose Thompson made a head out of hollow plywood.
Well, why would he make the head hollow?
Working from experience, I guess, Harold. And then Stinky attached a sheet metal tail to the end of her there, and then the wind come up and we had a real problem.
Yeah, I know. A big wooden eye went flying past my bedroom window. Thought I was in the Twilight Zone.
You are, Harold. The whole face went up and smashed to a million bits on top of Rock Reef Point, but the metal tail swung down, jammed right into the rock face. Then we noticed what we had there. We had a rock face with a giant metal tail jammed in there for a nose. Did you notice who that looked like, Harold?
Oh, yeah, it was amazing, yeah. Looked just like a guy with no face and no hair and a fake possum tail for a nose.
Exactly, John A. MacDonald.
Ronald McDonald's brother?
Sir John A. MacDonald, Harold, the first Prime Minister of Canada. Now what we're going to do is put another face on each side of them there. We can have a natural formation like that Mount Rushmore they got in the States.
Uncle Red, those faces are carved into that stone of Mount Rushmore. It's not a natural formation.
You should talk. Well, all right, fine. If they can carve them, we can carve them. What we'll do is put some faces up there of the men who've made this country as great as it is, Harold.
Oh, great! The Fathers of Confederation and Wayne Gretzky.
We're here at Fire Tower 13 with the man who stands on guard for trees, Ranger Gord.
Thanks a lot for coming, Red.
All right, no problem.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay, all right.
Harold, come. Where are the rest of the guys?
Oh, they're up at Rock Reef Point. You know, carving on rocks, that kind of thing.
I made stone-baked pizza for everyone.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. That'll be cooked by high noon.
Wow. Well, maybe Harold and I will have a piece of that later, because we do want to talk to you about rocks, you know, if you were going to, say, do some carving or maybe make like a Mount Rushmore type of thing, whatever it was you had in mind.
You guys are making a Mount Rushmore?
Well, yeah, but we're doing it with famous Canadians. Yeah.
That's why you came to me?
Well, yeah, because I thought, you know, with the rock thing.
Okay.
You could, what?
All right, I'm going to be immortalized in stone, I guess. Gosh. A man who never abandoned his post. A man who never lost faith. Ranger Gord. His head 100 feet high. Solid rock.
Yeah, that part sounds right.
Okay, well, a lot of the rock around here is igneous rock.
Oh, yeah.
Part of the Canadian Shield. It's granite, perfect for carving.
And what about the rock up at Rock Reef Point?
Well, most of that is mica, sandstone, and limestone.
Wow.
Yeah, it was formed from the waste of the quarries that used to be around here.
Oh, so if you tried to carve that stuff.
Landslide.
Oh, boy, Harold, we gotta go.
No, what about the pizza?
Oh.
Just have some off your shoe.
It's mail call.
All right, we got a letter here. Here's the first letter. Oh, it's from Neil Barron of Mount Pearl, Newfoundland. And Neil poses a number of questions. But the one that struck my fancy was, Dear Red Green, what is your favorite power tool?
That's a tough one, Neil, because, you know, they say there's a right tool for every job, exception being Harold here. But you really have to clarify what the work is before you can pick your favorite tool. For example, you wouldn't want to build, say, a dock with a lathe.
Maybe the most versatile tool would be a good choice. You know, like an electric drill. It has a variety of applications. Yeah, okay, most definitely an electric drill would be my choice, most definitely.
He's not asking you, Harold.
Okay, true enough, you know. But I was just, you know, I'm suggesting, you know, electric drill as a suggestion. You know, that's just what I'm thinking is, you know, electric drill.
Well, suddenly I'm thinking pile driver.